Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Justin, your weekly host here at the SOR Season 13 Grand Prix. Here we are for round 19 here, the Bahrain GP, the 5.4 kilometer circuit with 15 corners and 3 DRS zones, one on the start-finish straight, one just after turn 3, and one after turns 10, with elevation changes quite high here. Here we have DS making a move on Phoenix for what would have been a clear-cut run straight to victory right after that overtake. And here at turn 12, we have Pankoi near miss after Mars bins it after the exit and almost collects him. But here we are heading on to the race. Currently on board with Maple, who is the current championship leader by some margin. He comes across the line and he goes P2 with 26.6, just narrowly in front of Dupla, but on the mediums, 26.6 is a pretty good lap. We'll try and catch someone who just started their lap. I believe we go. He's validated. Encore on a lap. Encore starts lap, so it's turn 1 just after the 100 or the curb starts. That's your turning point here. Stay nice and tight. Go out wide past Romain Grosjean's barrier there, as he called it himself. Here after the 100 meter board, down into 4th gear, short shift to the 3rd, but then short shift to 4th right after. Nice back end loss there, and he's gone a bit wide there, and he's actually validated, so he's gonna have to abort this lap and move on. But fear not, we have Phoenix, who is on a lap. We won't be able to do a full lap, it seems, but they're braking late. Current again, nice and easily. That's in tight. And here into the final corner, I believe he's boarded it. We're just going to went really slowly in the entry speed there. Oh, he's on an out lap. Okay, my bad. So we will be able to go on board a full lap, so fear not. We will stay on board with Phoenix. So I think it's turn 1. Just as the curb starts, that's your braking point. And to 2nd gear, short shift to 3rd, and then 4th. Stay nice and tight here. Don't run down too wide because you will validate, and that's exactly what he has done. So we're having a hard time finding someone who's going to stay on the lap. Here we go, on board with Vigo, with Quick, and who is on the mediums. Here, 5th gear, don't run too wide, otherwise that will cost you your lap. He's saying a purple first sector, but Phoenix not getting out the way, and now he does. Here, wherever you feel brave enough, that's your braking point. Changes really from driver to driver, honestly. Some people like to brake late, some people like to brake early, get the best exit possible. Here, once the car's straight, that's your braking point. And into 3rd gear, short shift to 4th, 5th, and then 6th. DRS straight, 3rd and final DRS straight on the track. Here, just as the crane starts on the right, down into 4th. He opts to stick it into 5th. Run out wide, don't lose the back end. Stay nice and tight without using the curb, because otherwise you will lose the back end. Here, just after the orange board on the right, past this, that's your braking and turning in point. Then one final straight before the final turn. 100 meter board down into 4th. He opts to stick him into 5th. And here, DRS is enabled. And that is a lap around Bahrain, and he goes P4 with a provisional 26.5. So not a bad time for the mediums, but considering everyone seems to be going on softs, looks like the strategy for today's race will be a softs to mediums, or softs to hard, sorry, but mediums is a really good tire to start on if you are far up ahead. You can do the mediums to softs, and that is just the better strategy, really, in my personal opinion, but each to their own, as they say. I believe Mark Nicky is on a lap. Yes, he is. He went purple first sector. Coming into the 2nd sector. Seems to be a pretty tidy lap as of now. He comes across the 3rd sector split, and he isn't going purple in the 2nd sector, but I'm sure he is going quick. And he comes across the line. It's not going to be pole. It's not even going to be a good time, really. It's 26.7 on the softs. It's not really the best of times. but sure, there's room for improvement. We'll find out at later stages in the race. Trophy, who was in P1 for quite some time, has now found himself outside the top 5, I think, in the standings, so he'll want to not hurry up, but he'll want to push on and try to win, really, win this championship. But as I said, 10 points ahead. It's going to be difficult now. He comes across the line to start his lap. So we'll ride with him for the race. We'll ride with him on his lap. I'll see what he can pull off. Seems to be a pretty tight lap so far. He is going purple in the second sector, so it does seem to be a pretty good time as of now. But will it be enough for pole position? We will find out. Usually if you're going purple in the second sector, that means that you will be on pole, because really there's just 2 corners to negotiate, and as long as you're quick there, you'll be fine. But he aborts this lap and decides to not to finish it. So perhaps that time that he set was on the mediums, and he sees he wants to start on the mediums, or he did a big mistake that I didn't catch, and decided to abort. So we'll move on, try and see if we can find someone. He's on 4 laps on those mediums. Legend, who just come into pits after being on 3. Vessel has made a surprise appearance for today's race. Fox not on a lap. Phoenix still on the lap, so we'll have to see if he can get himself up there. And he comes across the line and he goes P5 with a 26.3, just shy of a 0.4, so I'm not gonna lie, it is a pretty good lap. Excuse me. I am dying. Luke, who's invalidated, I believe. Low on fuel, maybe? There's 1 lap, so odd from the top 2, but DS coming out on a lap. Trying to catch someone who's on a lap. He's just invalidated. We just switch on board as he invalidates. Trophy is on out lap, so we won't go on board with him. R10 just finished the lap. Encore is on a lap. He's 2/10 up on his time, so we'll stay on board with him as of now. And oh god, what on earth was that? That was very close. Whoever was that, I believe that the hatch driver of Dupla, who didn't get out of the way. We did see quite a lot from him last. Where's the driver that we were just on board with? Yeah, we did see a lot of that last week in qualifying, where he did not get out the way quick enough, but that did hinder Encore quite a bit. But he still goes P4. It's 25.7, and DS on the mediums with a 25.5. You only notice that now, and if he's on mediums, did he already set a time, maybe? Or did he set like a sandbag lap of 25.5, but in reality he could do like a 24 on me? That is impressive if he can. Kudos to him if he can, but find out if he can. Now he's coming across the final couple of corners now of Sector 2. We'll have to see what his Sector 3 time is. And he is 4/10 down on his time. He is going to be boarding this lap. So right on board with someone who is on a time. Trying to find someone who is on a lap. For the back, 2 minutes and a half left. We have Maple who is on the softs, and he is going to finish his time. Comes across, it looks like it's going to be pole. He comes across the line, and it is not pole. He's just shy of pole. Wondering if he'll have time to finish one. We'll move on to someone else. Latozzi now. Well, it looks like he is in for a good shot at pole. And DS was improving on his time. See if he can continue on with that form to the Sector 2 time. Comes across the Sector 2 times. Now, let's see, is he improving? And he is... Oh, he was improving, but then he slid and is no longer improving. So now with, I'd say, 2 minutes left, I don't think the time on the top left is correct. Will be interesting to see whether or not people can improve. Going onwards, can't find anyone who's on a lap that hasn't invalidated, that is. Fox is on an out lap, so we'll stay on board with him. Try and see if we can spot someone. He's invalidated as well, so that really isn't giving us much options now to choose from, but we'll stick with what we have now. And we're right on board with We're right on board with Mark Nicky, who is improving by 2/10. It'll be interesting to see if he can pull something off and perhaps win qualifying, or win qualifying, we'll say. Maple and the Tuzzy have both retired, and Dropi and Diaz as well have finished their time, so it looks like our timing sheets are correct, actually. So, was that Petakoy just went? Mark Nicky is actually seeing a purple sector 2 and is improving by 5/10. So, needs to find 1.6 seconds in order to snatch pole position. Luke is on a lap now, so will he be improving? Will we see himself a pole? But first off, will Mark Nicky be on pole? No, but he will put himself into P8. King Hunter, or Encore, official up, sorry. Phoenix, disappointingly in P12, has beaten by his teammate R10. Luke actually has improved and is set at 24.8. So that is qualifying. Very anticlimactic way, considering no one was really out there in the later stages, but it is what it is, and we have Luke on pole with Maple just behind the championship leader, wanting to keep his pole or his championship hopes alive. Latazi in P3, Dropi in P4, DS P5, Panakoy P6, Encore P7, Mark Nicky P8, Kikunter P9, Legend P10, R10 best of the rest. Phoenix with a disappointing qualifying finds himself in P12. Wigo P13, Superman in P14, Hazy 15, Duplas 16, Fox 17, and Vessel in 18th. And that is your grid. That is qualifying. And now, oh, no one's in the lobby. And why is almost no one in the lobby? Hold on. I must check the Discord. Looks like we are restarting. Alright, we'll set things up, and till then, we will be right back. 1 sec. And we are back. The grid exactly placed as it was. Now we wait for everyone to load back up. Here we are. The grid should be the exact same as it was. Looks like it is. Everyone now being able to start on their respective fresh tires. So people starting on the fresh softs at the front will start on fresh softs and fresh mediums at the back. So really, if you made it into the top 10 with fresh mediums, you would have been in an even better position than before. So unlucky people haven't managed, but it is what it is. So as we get the formation lap going on, hopefully we can see some good action. Bahrain usually delivers. As he rounds out the final quarter of sector 2. We have Luke lining up and Maple closely behind, but with a big gap to people behind. So here we go for the Bahrain Grand Prix, as we have the lights come on now. We have 5 lights, the awkward pause, and it's lights out and away we go, and it seems like it's a good start from Luke, and also a great start from Latazi, who's already alongside Maple going into turn 1, and then further back we have Droppy, who's also got a good launch, as they're 5 wide going into the further back of the grid there. Hopefully no one has taking each other out, as there's those sides of sideways there from the Williams, and someone's at the back. Superman has had a spin, and hopefully we don't have a recreation of the real life race last season, but so far so good. Looks like a bit of a lockup, and the Renault going side by side with Hazy, and speaking of Renault is facing the wrong way, and Duplat gets in front of Hazy going into turn 1, and Maple has crucially made it in front of Luke just before the end of the first sector. Didn't notice that, but now we have. So we have a change position there, as Dropi as well has jumped Latazi into P3 at the start of this race. So it looks like everyone now is making way and is overtaking. Going into the end of lap 1, Maple going quickest into sector 2, but Luke is just behind him, so don't count him out just yet. At least so far, so good for Maple. Honestly, the perfect start he could have imagined. As we go further back. Now, Maple sets the fastest lap, and Luke actually has quite some good straight line speed, as we're able to see. He's closed up quite substantially, really. Looks like we'll have a real battle for, oh god, we have a bit of a change in the standings there on the left, but looks like we'll have a real battle for P1. Hopefully that's not the commentator's curse, but looks like Luke isn't giving Maple, or is giving Maple a run for his money, and really right now he is hanging on with him very, very closely, and someone else who is hanging on very, very closely is Trophy. Really, the entire top 7 is all within a second of each other. Actually, top 4 mainly, but top 3 very, very close to each other. I mean, this is the gap from P3 to P1. It's literally only 4 or 5 car width. That's not much in F1 terms. But looks like we'll have a real battle on our hands for what will be the final spot on the podium and also P1. Luke now has DRS, and he is using his overtake button to try and get in front. Maples expects out of Latanzi with a 29.6. I believe he's actually Luke has actually turned off his DRS. Wait, no, you can't get DRS. Well, how do you get DRS? I don't know. It's weird. But he will be getting DRS down this straight, that's for sure. So we have a move with the 2 teammates, and it looks like Luke isn't lollygagging whatsoever. He's going to try and go around the outside of Maple into turn 4. Looks like it's not going to work, but looks like he might actually get the switchback, and they're going to run side by side. This rarely goes well, and they're still side by side, but it looks like they just about get in front, and tries to go around the outside is Luke. But what a battle that was. And also, speaking of battles, we have DS and Encore getting at it, and Encore losing out the position to Maple's teammate DS. So now it's all about trying to catch up to Latazi, who seems to be flying, seems to be the quickest out of these 4. Looks like we have a real battle on our hands for P1. Maple being the lead driver, Luke just behind, and then Dropey P3, and then Latazi obviously in P4. So it will be interesting to see what exactly we can get from this race, but looks like we finally have a decent battle on our hands, and looks like the top 8 really all within a second of one another. So it looks like we have pace up in front. So really this might go down to undercuts, overcuts, penalties and whatnot, but Luke really not giving Maple a moment of peace. He's using all of his overtake, and Maple has given up and is not using much of his overtake to fight back, because guess what, he broke earlier, and now he will have the DRS on Maple. So now all he has to do is get a good switchback, turn on the DRS, and then get overtake mode. But looks like Luke is going to cover it using a bit of his overtake mode. Maple is going to try and send it down the inside. It's a very awkward corner to send it down the inside to, but looks like he just about manages to keep it clean. And speaking of keep it clean, Latazi has actually tried to attack Dropey, noticing the gap there was quite substantially larger than it was before, even with these 2 fighting. So it looks like Dropey and Latazi got a bit of a squabble there somewhere, and now there's a bit of a bigger gap, but it looks like Luke being in front of Maple now, that will allow Luke to perhaps try and run away, and perhaps Maple can use this time to stick with Luke rather than overtake him, because perhaps Luke is just a bit quicker, and the DRS is what's keeping him in it. So if he can stick with it, and if he can live with it, then so be it. But with 25 laps to go, oh, he's gone wide. That's definitely going to be a warning there if I've ever seen one. But looks like these 2 both have used up their overtake quite a bit through the entirety of this lap, and the people behind haven't. So that could come into play later on in the race, where Maple and Luke could find themselves in low ERS levels because of it. 29.3 compared to 30.3, so a whole second faster Luke was that lap. As Maple manages to brake later by using the curve there, which is quite impressive and quite good to know as a racer myself. So maybe Luke, if he can catch on to that, he could use that to his advantage and try and get in front. But doesn't look like he's going to be able to get in front on this lap, as he's still quite behind, but he is improving just over a 10th. We will right on board with someone else who's quite close. Looks like Pentecoy is quite close to Encore, but Encore is just about in the DRS of DS, so this isn't helping Pentecoy whatsoever. But oh god, Encore has lost the rear end, so that has allowed Pentecoy to be ever so close. He is turning on the overtake button, but I don't think he's going to be close enough as he turns it back off just before the braking zone. Looks like these two are the closest battle on field as of... Actually, no, Hazy and Duplav getting very close as Latazi has already found himself getting a 3-second time penalty. So that will hinder his chances quite a bit, actually. But the main runners are managing to stick quite well with the front group. Obviously 2 seconds behind to nearest person in front, but you know, they'll be on the softs or hards come towards the end. But Encore using his overtake to try and stay in front of Panakoy as Panakoy tries to look down the inside of the Williams driver and brakes later. Encore tries to hang it down the inside, actually manages to get it. They make contact and Panakoy is pushed off wide and he's forced to come back on track behind the Williams driver, and none of them got a DRS as a result of that. So both damaging really their chances, and now Encore has found himself outside the second mark to DS, so he's going to have to try and fight back as soon as possible. Wiggle very close to R10, and we'll right on board with these two, as Wiggle, if he can get a better exit down the back straight, he might be able to sneak himself up into P11. Looks like he's very close though, and that move will come anytime soon, as he's R10's just about within the limits of the DRS range, but Wiggle as well, so both just about R10, just outside the DRS. Actually got a poor exit. I lost a 10th down that straight, so R10 looks like he might be gobbled up here by Wiggo down the back straight. Meanwhile, DS very close to the back of Latazi. We have a move further back there. We won't go to that just yet because it seems to be finished. But Mark Nicky gets in front of Vessel in the Mercedes. DS now very close, but close enough as Tropy goes past his former teammate Maple into turn 1, but it looks like Maple has dropped out the DRS to Luke, and now Tropy will try and set his sights after P1, but right now his main goal is to lose his DRS to Tropy as well, because he definitely knows that if Maple gets a chance he will take it. But it looks like there's a big move there towards the back. We have Mark Nicky and Vessel getting at it, and Vessel just about getting in front with the DRS, and it doesn't look like he'll be able to retaliate. He might if he's dangerous. He's not feeling dangerous. I mean, not dangerous, but he's not feeling dangerous and doesn't decide to go for it. We'll move on further in front, try and see if we can catch someone. These three look very close to each other, Phoenix and Legend. Legend getting overtaken by Phoenix, and now Phoenix looks like Kiki Hunter will be his next victim as he loses the back end quite a bit, actually, and he comes back on track. Legend might actually be able to storm back up into P9 as these two will run side by side up the hill, and looks about just it's been given just enough space, but really both putting trust in each other's aerodynamics like that no one loses the back end, just like KK Hunter did. And speaking of KK Hunter, he's absolutely destroyed the pit board. That has definitely put a few drivers off. Period. Now Phoenix all over the back of Legend coming into the final corner. Tries to brake early so that he doesn't ram into the back of him, but now Legend does have quite a bit more ERS, so he can defend down the straight with the ERS he has saved up. And Phoenix can't really, and he might see this opportunity, Legend, to perhaps stay in front. But it looks like using the curb there when braking allows you to brake so much later than you would normally be able to. But now Phoenix all over the back down this second straight. Will he be close enough? No, but we have a big move there for what is P3. Maple is really just starting to drop back the order here as Latazi now is getting involved. Maple needs to pick up the pace a bit because he might drop out the DRS to Dropi, but it looks like Dropi did a bit of a mistake there, and that has allowed him to come back, but just about, as Latazi as well now is getting checked in his mirrors there on the left. He has the sights of DS all over now, as it looks like out of these 5, Luke has more ERS. Out of the top 4 here, out of these 4, DS to Dropi, DS has more DRS than anyone else. So now it's a matter of getting in front and trying to push onwards, as DS seems to be quick, but having Latazi in front is definitely going to be somewhat of a roadblock. But Latazi now outside of the DRS to Maple, so now DS All he has to do is just stay behind, get a better exit, and then use the DRS to get in front. Looks like he will be able to do that as Latazi goes into the pits, and Diaz follows him. So it looks like these two are going for the undercut. Undercut on the hards, I believe. Yeah, hard tires for pretty much everyone. But now, question is, will he be held up by the Williams driver? No. But looks like, actually, Latazi might have, and that has made Diaz break the stupid Codemasters pit stops. Have probably cost Diaz the best part of 5/10 there. But now he comes out, and we have a yellow flags. Who's that? That is Hazy. It was Bindit. It was Bindit quite a bit there, actually. And we have a safety car. Oh, no. Hazy's been disqualified for facing the wrong way. Oh, it's all gone to shambles from on Hazy's point of view. So that little crash there into the wall, that right there, that debris there at the back you see, has meant that a safety car has come out. So that is going to hinder, who was it that just came into the pits? That's going to hinder DS and Latazi's chances quite a massive bit, because everyone in front now will benefit from a free pit stop and come out quite a bit in front. So he will be able to jump Maple, or not Maple, he will be in front of Maple and the people behind him. But that means that the top three now get a free, easy pit stop and won't have to worry about getting undercutted. So this could be good in terms of these guys' point of view. They can stretch out their tires, that the one lap fresher tires, one more lap. But now it's a big, yeah, I don't know, weird. Hazy is binded at the Mazepin corner. Dropey is putting on the intermediates. Why is Dropey on the intermediates? Hello? Came? Dropey's on the intermediates. What? Nah, he can't be on the intermediates. I refuse to believe he's on the intermediates. Is he actually on the intermediates? Is he? Oh my god, he is on the intermediates. Oh my god, wait, is he? No, he's not. No, surely he's not. I refuse to believe. Oh my god, it's not a visual glitch. They put on the intermediate. It's all gone bad. Oh no, it's all gone bad. Oh, Dropey has basically just ruined his chances, because now he's behind the safety car and everyone will catch up. Why is Dropey on the intermediate tires? No. I shouldn't be laughing, but this is prime Mercedes errors. Mercedes does not cope well in Bahrain. We've seen George Russell here getting a mix of tires, and now Dropey is on the intermediate tires. Don't worry, this is a big brain plan. Maybe there's rain. Who knows? I don't know. I'm only a commentator. But this should definitely be, if there was a top 5 moments every season, this would be one. Mercedes on the intermediates, but now he's going to find himself at the very back of the grid. He's going to be, well, he is going to have to be at the back, but Latazi and DS actually jumped Luke in the pits, believe it or not, so they managed to undercut a bit, but really their advantage was really just coming out the pits. So that is that. So now Dropey has to either one, stay out on the intermediates and hope for the best, or come in the pits for mediums, honestly, at this point. Yeah, I'd say going on to the memes will be the best bets, considering it's lap 11, and my game froze, and I lost connection to Steam. Great. This game stinks. Network connection. Oh, my network is fine, game. Thank you very much. You want to know why? Because I'm kind of streaming. I'm going to restart my game. So, we know what's happening. Alright, I'm going to join on back. Sometimes this game is pain. I've never noticed. I've actually I've been one of the lucky that has. Actually, no, I've been impacted once, but never welcome. Say. The reconnection. Just a looks like we might be restarting. But if that's the case, I genuinely cannot keep going, unfortunately. I only have time for one race every night, so... Oh, every night, every, yeah, the stream does not start at, or not the stream, the session does not start at all anymore. You know, if y'all want, I can hop into Bahrain real quick and just do like a 5-lapper, and that will be the race. I mean, it could work, right? Mabel, let me know if that's okay. Actually, the Anob Gamer, you're one of the head administrators. Let me know if that's if we can we do that? Is that legal? Just let me know in Discord. Waiting on news right now. Looks like, oh, I pressed a button. It doesn't look like much is going on at the minute. Trying again. Oh, this is pain. This is so much pain. I really hope this doesn't happen in F1 2021. Does look like we're joining, yeah. I don't think we're gonna be restarting. It doesn't look likely anymore that gonna be restarting. You know what we can do is let me interest you to some historical knowledge. All right, let's pull up the Senate car and let's get some info on it.
The MP45B was developed for the 1990 season with changes to body durability, larger fuel load, adjusted suspension geometry, and a heavily reworked transmission. As a result, the car proved to be hugely successful during qualifying.
Yeah, so the race is still going. I did not know that. Yeah, I can't join back. It says failed to join session. Alright, let me try restarting Steam. Oh, this is pain. So much pain. God damn it, Steam. Alright, restarting now. Right, I'm joining back now. See what goes on.